What's up, guys? I want to share with you one of my favorite strategies when it comes to investing. And so this strategy really consists of me becoming a partner to the people that are operating my investments. In my program, I have something we call investment operators, or IOs, and these investment operators are professionals at what they do. The thing is that we invest into so many different things. We're literally investing into over 30 different industries. And that means that these industries, they all have experts that know how to operate investments within that industry really well. For example, if we're investing into the oil industry, I have no idea how to drill oil. And then even selling that oil, I would have no idea how to do that. Now, could I learn it? Yes. Or my other option is to partner with somebody who's been doing it for 20 or 30 years, somebody who's an expert, somebody who has connections, probably has access to land that I wouldn't have access to. They probably have access to labor, to the equipment, to everything that they need in order to make this a successful investment. So they have a huge advantage. They have a competitive advantage. So the key to finding an investment operator that really knows what they're doing is finding somebody that has a competitive advantage. So whenever I invest into a new industry, I always find the person that has the biggest competitive advantage over their competitors, and I find ways to partner with them. Now, another example, let's say, for example, I want to invest into exotic car rentals. So if I want to start an exotic car rental business, that would take years and years and years for me to try to learn everything, learn all the ins and outs, how to handle insurance claims, how to pick the right cars, what colors do I need, what makes and models. But there's somebody out there that has all that data. At the end of the day, what we're paying for is relationships and data. We want these people to have really strong relationships, a strong network of people around them, and they have all the tools that they need in order to be a successful business. And then number two is data. They have the data on the business. They have the data on the industry that I just do not have, and that's because I'm not an expert in that industry. So if I can partner with them, if I can find a way for me to basically be a partner in their business, maybe if they're running an exotic car rental business, maybe I could just buy an exotic car and I could place it within their business. This is how I become partners to businesses all around the world. And I've done this with many different industries, over 30 industries where I've partnered with business owners, people who are really doing good work and becoming a part of what they do. Because I want to be a part of that movement. I want to be a part of their expertise. I want to have something that provides value to them, and in turn, we can split the profits on it. So when an exotic car rental company has an opportunity for me to join forces with them and place one of my exotic cars in their lots, that's a huge win for me. And all I have to do is buy the asset, right? Which, by the way, protects me from inflation. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that that thing is actually very, very valuable. That car that was built, right? Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, whatever it is. These things are super, super valuable, and they contain an intrinsic value. Even if, let's say, the dollar went away or some other currency became our official currency in the United States, that wouldn't matter because I am still an owner of this valuable item. It's kind of like owning a hunk of gold, right? A kilo of gold doesn't have much utility, but an exotic car has very, very high utility. Same thing with luxury watches. Some people will buy a hunk of gold. I will go out and I'll buy a luxury watch because this has utility. This has a lot of utility. It's a lot easier to move back and forth. I can sell this watch, I can buy it a lot more easily than I can just a kilo of gold. Anyways, let's get back to the conversation about exotic cars. I am holding a valuable asset, and this valuable asset provides value, protects me from inflation. It gives me an opportunity to own a beautiful car, right? I can enjoy it. Maybe it even helps me with my marketing a little bit. So I have all these benefits that come from the car, and it also provides a lot of value to the business owner because he doesn't have to go out there and finance another car. That's another $200,000, $300,000 in financing that he would have to get. And the truth is that getting financed for more than 10 or 20 cars, it starts to become a little bit more difficult. And so some of these business owners, what they'll do is they'll start financing these cars on their family and friends. Well, what if I could just step in as an investor and provide an opportunity for him to have an exotic car in his lot, maybe the exact car that he needs at that time, right? Because he has the data. He can tell me, hey, I need a white Rolls Royce right now. Hey, I need a yellow Ferrari. They know what cars they need. They know what cars are in demand. They know what people are asking them for. And so to have access to that data, access to that expertise, access to the relationships, the marketing channels, this person is running an entire business. And I just get to step in, provide an asset, and benefit from all those things that he's already built out. So that's a huge opportunity for me as an investor. I become a partner in their business. Now they see me, oh, hey, Austin is my partner. Austin invested this amount of money. He bought this car. He placed the car into my exotic car rental lot. And now what I can do is rent out his car and we get to split the profits 50-50. It's a win-win situation because I win, I get to make passive income. That's my goal at the end of the day. I want to make as much passive income as I possibly can. And one of the ways that I'm doing that is with this exotic car system. Now, again, guys, you can do this almost in any industry. You can go into exotic cars, you can go into oil wells, you can go to e-commerce stores, Bitcoin mining, Airbnbs. There's so many different industries that this is possible in. Now, the exotic cars example is one of the easiest, but let's say we talk about the oil guy. We have a guy that runs our oil wells. And so if I want to invest in oil wells, well, hey, let me think, what if I could provide an asset for him? Well, oil wells are actually pretty expensive. 700,000, $1 million, 1.5 million. Maybe I don't want to invest a full 1.5 million into an oil well. What if I could find an opportunity to get fractional ownership? Well, now this is where you got to start getting creative, because now you could partner up with some people and buy that oil well and you own a percentage of that oil well. And so now when that oil well produces income, guess who's benefiting? Well, you're benefiting, number one, but also the investment operator. Remember, we found somebody that has expertise. Maybe they have a plot of land that was passed down to them from their great grandfather. Those people, they didn't do anything with that land, but they handed it down to this person who's now your investment operator. Well, you're not going to be able to find land like that on the market. And if you do, you're going to pay a lot of money for it. So your profitability on that sort of land isn't going to be as high as theirs, because chances are they could have even gotten it for free. So now there's no land expense. So now they're able to maximize their performance with this piece of land. They're maximizing the amount of oil they're getting out. They're charging top dollar for it, and you're getting to benefit from what's going on in the oil market. You don't even have to buy oil stocks. You could simply own part of a well. And now that this well is performing for you, you just help this person, this business owner, by providing an asset to them, an oil well, right? Even though you didn't pay for all of it, you were still contributing to that, and they appreciate that. So they like you as an investor. They're like, oh wow, Austin is great. You know, he owns 25% of this oil well or 50% of this oil well. And so he put all this money into it. He provided an asset for me, which is super valuable. Now I'm able to generate passive income for my business, for myself. And you know what? We're going to operate the investment just like we're doing with all of our other oil wells. It doesn't take us too much more effort. Not much more manpower is required to make sure that this happens. But that means that I'm also benefiting from their expertise, from their relationships, from everything that they have built out as a business over the last 20 or 30 years. And now I just get to benefit as a passive investor because I provided an asset to these people, and now they're operating my oil wells, generating passive income for me. And they're also benefiting as a business because they have more assets and they have a larger footprint as a business. So you want to find win-win situations, right? You want to find people who are subject matter experts at whatever they're doing, people who have connections and people who have data. Those are the two things. Your investment operator must have connections, they must have relationships, and they must have the data that shows you exactly what you need to do to run a profitable business. Guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.